Okay, so right now what we're going to do, we're focusing on our G chord. We know our G7 chord, but now we're going to focus on our G chord. So when we do our G7 chord, we have our first finger on the third from the top string, our second finger on the second fret, second from the top string, and we have our third finger on the bottom string of the second fret. And it really looks like a triangle. You know, you have your two fingers here, and then the one finger in the back, and it looks like a triangle. Well, we're going to make another triangle, but we have to take our fingers off, and we're going to take our finger number one, put it on the second string from the top on the second fret. We're going to take our second finger and put it on the bottom string of the second fret, okay? And we're taking our third finger and we're putting it on the third from the top string on the third fret. Let me see if I can do that again. I think I might have screwed up. Okay, so we're taking our first finger, we're putting it on the second string of the second from the top string, second fret. We're taking our second finger, putting it on the bottom string, okay, of the second fret. Okay, so nothing is on the third string. It's on the second and the fourth string. All right, everything is in that second fret. We're taking our third finger. We're putting it on the third from the top string, third fret. So it's forming another triangle, okay? Two fingers in the second fret, one finger in the third fret. So that's another triangle. So that's your G chord. The exercise I want you to do is I want you to do your G chord. I want you to go to a G7 chord. The only way you can do it is to lift your fingers up and walk them back. Okay? So now we're in your G7 chord. I want you to do a G chord. Take your fingers off, G7 chord. G chord. So I want you to go back and forth like doing that. This is your G chord, G7 chord. G chord. G7 chord. G chord. G7 chord. G chord. G7 chord. So I'm just doing that with down strums, but if you wanted to do it with shuffle strums, G chord, G7 chord, G chord, G7 chord, G chord, G7 chord, G chord, G7 chord. All right, so you need to practice that because we use that in a couple of songs going from G to G7. Another exercise I want you to do, okay, shake out your fingers, is I want you to do a G chord. I want you to go to a D7, D as in David. I want you to go to a C chord, C as in Charles. Back to your G. To your D7. To your C. We're going to do that one more time. G chord. D7, C chord. We're going to shuffle it. G chord. D7, C chord. I cut it to 4. Found it, okay? G chord. D7, C, G chord, D7 chord, G. Try again. G chord, D7, we're going to go to C. But I also want you to do G chord, D7 chord, back to G. G chord, D7 chord, back to G. So the exercises I want you doing are G, G7, G, G7, G, G7, one more, G, G7. Okay, now I want you doing G, D7 to C, G, D7 to C. Okay, and then I want you doing G, D7, back to G. Alright, you can do that again. G, D7, back to G. So we're really going to start working that G chord. G, 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 G. Alright, because we're going to be playing songs in the key of G. You need to be able to do that G chord. Okay? Good luck.